Guys, I'm Fiction Wanderer? Yeah, that's me. So this is technically episode one of the series because I had completely failed to do episodes a ton. I've actually finished two bases before I've come here. My main base is on hiatus because I took this huge trip up to Germany, dropped into France, and have a blast of a time. But here I am back, finally getting back into the recording, and actually am going to dedicate this time. Plan on learning how to edit and, make YouTube videos, I guess, instead of just being raw gameplay. For the time being, though, I'm just going to do a bit of raw gameplay. It's going to be a bit of a shorter video. So, bit of a guide, catch up on what this area is, and yeah, hopefully I can do well from there, I suppose. So, over here we've got a bit of a bright whimsical theme going on. We've got this beautiful pink house, or at least I think it's beautiful. I've never built in this style before, but my partner was very advocate of do this style. So, did this style here. I got a bunch of heads. Sorry, question how I got those. Storage, which is supposed to be messy, and then the neater storage over here. And then over here we've got a little bit of a circus tent. So this links to the eventual plan to do in the jungle, but fortune teller robot, you click this and there's a observer clock that looks at each other and dispenses some bone meal onto some of these flowers. Got a yellow brick road. I was inspired by obviously the Wizard of Oz to do this, and also the fact that we finally got yellow bricks with the Chaos Cubed update. Over here we've got a lilac farm with the exact same as the others, observer clock, dispensers. And then over here we have a uh, seed farm, which is very loud, so I'm not going to stand by it. In fact, I am going to do you a huge favor and just turn it off. So, over here we've got a bit of a paddock for these sniffers. Absolutely adorable. This one's been fed a golden dandelion, so he stays as a baby forever. And then we've got allies that pick up the pitcher pods and torchflower seeds. And then over here, in the work in progress part of this shack, or this house with a shack, is a shack. We don't have any there, but this one is basically the same farm, but for these flowers instead. Now, over here we've got my pride and joy of this area, which is the Rainbow Bridge. Absolutely wonderful. Terrain is, of course, not done. This is more so just a catch-up video to kind of put a ground on where I'm going to be, because the next video I want to do is going to be terraforming and doing these two islands over here, 1 and 2. Haven't decided completely what is going to happen with that, but I will do something, and that's going to be kind of big, so hopefully that video gets out soon. Now, if we could just go over here. I wonder if that freaked anyone out. That'd be hilarious. We've got a, whatever you call this, trial chamber or whatever. So through it we have different farms that are not collected, set up. Basically all of the different spawners, they link up to these small little condensed things. And they just drop, right? So we've got that one, we have another one in there, another one there, and then there's a room in the distance behind that, there and there, which is currently my supply of keys, and also, oh shit, I shouldn't swear, sorry about that. This is currently my supply of keys, which is going to be very important for the circus, and the supply of bones and bone meal, because I desperately need bone meal with the amount of moss and flowers that I am using for this place. And then we go over here. Whee! Don't know how to get it quite high enough to go up to the bridge yet, but that is to be seen, I suppose. And then, yeah, we go back over here. Now, the general plan for this place is going to be this area here, which is largely the dye area, I guess. Whimsical house, mainly for storage and stuff. That is the pink dye area. The pitcher flowers and the pitcher pots, those ones, they turn into cyan dye, and the torch flowers turn into orange dye, at least I think. So they're going to be what's farmed over here, and that's how I'm going to get those two colors. The lilac, I'm going to do a rosebush one and a peony? No. The other flower, I forget its name unfortunately, but I'm going to do designs just like this, and that's going to be those three colors here. I'm going to do one more house up here, and then it's going to be the entrance into the circus up here. So very exciting. The circus is going to be so fun to make. I am actually incredibly excited. So Cheaty Free Camp, to give you a bit of an idea, I'm going to have a Ferris wheel for certain up here. And then the idea is that in this canopy of jungle trees and such, I'm going to have different circus tents that just pop up, maybe have a farm here and there, a few animal cages, kind of in line with what a circus would have, and so on and so forth, really. And then, yeah, as I do the builds, I plan hopefully on actually following through with making videos, learning how to edit them, and so on and so forth, because I am really excited to actually show you this gameplay and show off these worlds that I'm making. Because this isn't the only one. I have, in the break between the two videos, episode 0 and this will be technically episode 1, I guess, I did an absolute ton of work to the new main base. Then if we follow this over here, is loud. Is it loud for you? I wonder. Let's just mute it because it is very loud. So if we fly all the way over here, the idea behind the keys, by the way, while I'm flying, is that I'm going to have a few pots, and they're going to basically act as access keys. So for all the different rides and the different shows that are in the circus, it's going to be a different access key. Now, beyond these bases, I'm going to do an episode per area again, but now I've got 3 different areas to catch up on. But there's one over here, which is this massive mess right now because I left at nighttime apparently. But this is a huge Red Mountain base that I've done. I am super proud of it. It's where my super smelter is located. I am absolutely in love with this base. Cannot wait for shaders to come back because shaders looked so much better with it. And then, so this is one, and it's got assault flats as well. That'll be on a different video though, so rest assured, if you are keen, you can see it on the other video. I'll try to post them at the same time since this place is already made. And then we come back over here. I wonder, how do you cut parts out? Gonna have to get recommended some editing software because I have no idea what I'm doing in that regard. And I went to university for animation. What fun is that? So we open this portal and then we come out. Now, if you did watch the other episode, which was an hour long, I really hope you see the massive improvements and differences. We got a whole pub there, nice little hut there, a hut, ant mounds. It's not complete, but a bit of a woods going on. These 2 farms, I think, were there already. And then we come back over here, and there's now a sea pickle farm, some goats. They're named Brutus and Domitian, or Domitian? Not too sure. Watchtower, new castle over here. Absolutely love this place, but it is a bit on a bit of a hiatus right now, primarily because I am not sure actually on what to do and how to work up the energy for it really. And then we've got the Paradise Island build. Now, at the end of the last video, there was a hint towards a island, Mushroom Island, that had been converted into a paradise, and I have now since completed that. Because I need gunpowder. But if we come over here, we now find a finished Paradise Island. So come over here, and this is where we find Paradise Island. Absolutely huge. I'll do more in-depth video for this as well, since there's a few things that are going on over here, but that gives a bit of a picture on where I'm at. So yeah, hopefully you like this video. I know it's a bit free format, and I know that this is probably not the best in terms of editing. I still need to learn how to do that, but I'm very excited to actually show off these gameplay videos, and hope you have a good time. Hope you like my build. I'll show off a better screenshot, the thumbnail or something, and then yeah, do the other videos from there. See ya.